I am Pele, the Brazilian football player. I have passed away, but my spirit is still alive. In my opinion, I was the greatest footballer of all time, even greater than Diego Maradona. Now, let's dive.
Did not begin with fame or fortune. His family was poor, and his father, Dondinho, a footballer whose own dreams were cut short by injury, worked hard to make ends meet. Pele grew up playing barefoot in the dusty streets, using socks or stuff rags as a ball. But from the beginning, there was something different about him. His feet moved like poetry. His vision was that of a maestro. He was born to play. As a child, he would sneak into bars to watch football on black and white TVs. He idolized his father, who told him, "Son, if you work hard, you can be the best." That seed of belief took root deep in Pele's heart. By age 11, he had already begun turning heads with his natural talent. Coaches and locals watched in awe as the young boy danced around defenders with a smile on his face and a fire in his soul. At just 15 years old, Pele joined Santos FC, a team that would become synonymous with his rise. In his debut game, he scored. It was just the beginning of something the world had never seen. A year later, he was playing for Brazil's national team. And then, in 1958, at just 17 years old, he stepped onto the world stage in Sweden for the FIFA World Cup. The world watched in disbelief. A skinny teenager scoring hat-tricks in semifinals, goals in the final. He didn't just play, he performed. Pele led Brazil to its first World Cup victory, scoring 2 goals in the final against Sweden. One of them, a delicate chip over a defender followed by a volley into the corner, became immortalized as one of the most beautiful goals ever scored. The world had found its king. But Pele wasn't done. Over the years, he brought joy to millions, becoming a symbol of hope in a country riddled with poverty and political unrest. He played not for fame, but for love, love of the game, love of his people. His heart was always with Brazil. He would go on to win 3 World Cups, 1958, 1962, and 1970, a record that stands to this day. In 1970, Pele's Brazil team was dubbed the greatest of all time. They played with freedom, creativity, flair, and at the center of it was Pele. Off the field, he was a global ambassador, charming presidents and kings, uniting nations with the simple language of football. He played with elegance, sportsmanship, and humility. While others dove or argued, Pele smiled and played on. His respect for the game was sacred. There were darker moments too, injuries that nearly took him out of tournaments, political pressures at home, and the burden of being a hero. But through it all, Pele remained graceful, grounded, and full of joy. Even when defenders tried to hack him down, he would rise again, dust himself off, and keep going. In 1975, Pele moved to the United States to play for the New York Cosmos, helping ignite a football revolution in America. Stadiums were packed, legends like Muhammad Ali came to watch him. Even in his final years as a player, Pele's magic never faded. He retired in 1977, leaving behind a legacy that was not measured in trophies, but in lives touched. Over his career, Pele scored over 1,000 goals, a feat that seems almost mythical. But more than that, he inspired generations, from the dirt pitches of Africa to the crowded favelas of Brazil. To millions, he was not just a footballer. He was hope. He was joy. He was a reminder that greatness can come from anywhere. Even after retirement, Pele continued to serve. He became a global ambassador for UNICEF, for peace, for sport. He met world leaders, starred in films, and wrote books. Yet he never lost his warmth, never forgot the boy with no shoes kicking a sock ball in the street. When Pele passed away in December 2022, the world wept. Brazil mourned a king. But even in death, his legend did not fade. His story lives on, in every child who dreams of football glory, in every roar of a crowd, in every golden jersey worn with pride. He was Edson, the boy from Tres Carracos. He was Pele, the king of the beautiful game.